yoga problems. Ow, I got them. I got them today. Oh my goodness. What an experience. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Raff's brain listeners, yogi practitioners across the land, my tens of loyal fans in the metaverse, across galaxies we span, I'm told. I'm coming to you today with another episode of Hot Yoga Problems, but I'm coming to you from the 26201 Buckhannon, West Virginia, my home among the hills, the stomping grounds of my youth, which I assure you, in the 80s and 90s, to the best of my knowledge and memory, did not have a hot yoga studio or a yoga studio or any type of Western or Eastern, what is it? This whole town is prone to do in human life, like existence. Although I'm just passing here this extraordinary Chinese restaurant, Chinatown, China Walk. That's been there for a while. I remember when the China Walk hit town. Hit me up if you remember when China Walk opened, dude. All I can tell you is I crushed daily. I'm not kidding. It might have been for 2 consecutive weeks. I had pepper steak on white rice with an egg roll, and I just destroyed that. And I think I overdid myself. And then maybe like the 15th consecutive day of exceptional Chinese food prepped here right in the 26201, heart of North Central West Virginia. The 15th consecutive day, something happened and I rejected it, and then my frequency diminished. And I still really appreciate it. There was another place that opened in town a while back. I don't think it's there anymore. Now there's a Japanese steakhouse type joint, miso, I think it's called. That wasn't there, dude. That was the ABC. I didn't even know what that was as a kid. I was like, what is that? Now I know. Now we know. Now that you just go to Revco or whatever, it's all easily accessible. Not like back in the day. But anyway, let's get back on point. Hot yoga problems coming to you from North Central West Virginia, and just got out of an extraordinary class. East Main Street, Stalker Youth Center is the location, my friends. $10 a class. You will not find a better price for yoga anywhere. I challenge you. I challenge any person in this listening audience to inform me of a better value, pound for pound. It's amazing, dude. And that's an increase because the quality is stepping up. I'm impressed. Dude, is there anything more inspiring in times like these than to see a passionate and thriving small business in America? Dude, I love it. I embrace it. I'm going to turn my light on just for the cinematic effect. Now, when I was growing up as a kid, my parents freaked out, my dad in particular. If there was a light on in the car while he was driving, oh my goodness. It was like end of times. Turn the lights out! I can't see! And it's one of the first things I did when I got my driver's license, and when I was finally empowered to drive alone. Do you remember the first couple times you drove alone, completely alone, in a 2-ton hunk of metal, 16 years old? That is insane that is even happening in this country, but I'm okay with it. I did it, so it's okay. The point is, I can't even imagine that should be permissible. It doesn't seem rational to me, but I'm okay with it. I mean, I just think it's crazy in some level. But one of the first things I did when I was, especially at night, do you remember your first night drive? I guess there's all sorts of rules and regulations now. Kids aren't allowed to drive at night. They got curfews. They got I can't be out after 10 o'clock. Whatever. I mean, that didn't exist when I was growing up. I could do anything, man. I could drive to Pittsburgh. I could do it all. I was great. I was like right from the get driving for 4 to 5 hours across the country. What was I doing? I don't even remember. I just know I had a lot of discretion and I was responsible and I was a good driver. And something I had and I discovered very early on my first nighttime drive, I wanted to test this whole thing about the lights being on when I drive. I can't drive when the lights are on. My parents would freak out. And I turned the light on when I was driving alone at night. And lo and behold, I could still see just fine. I thought I had superpowers, man. I thought I was an X-Man. I thought I had been hit by like a stick of radiation or something and maybe a bit by a radioactive Abaguchi. I don't know. Something good happened here. And I told my friends, can you see it? They go, oh my gosh, we can see too. It's like, maybe it's a whole generation. Maybe there's something in the water here. Maybe there's something in the whole milk that we're drinking with pepperoni rolls and navy beans at lunchtime that gives all the kids at the Buckhannon High School superpowers, and the superpower we have uniformly as a class of citizens across this demographic is that we can see outside our cars with the interior light on. And I've retained that power for my entire life. I'm 50 years old and it's never diminished. Wow, I feel so special. I come to learn that, I don't know, I think it's just a thing. I think it's just a thing as you get older. Now, do I prefer it? And if I turn it off, I can see so much better. I can see clearly now, the interior light's off. That should be a song. That should be a parody. We should work on that. I can see clearly now, the car lights off. Dun, 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 dun. I can see all the obstacles in my way. Now I can't see because you put the light back on. You're gonna go to in-school suspension. Whatever. All right, listen. Back to the yoga. This is a yoga show. Get it together. Come on. It's not hot yoga. First off, I need to correct myself. The name of the show is Hot Yoga Problems because that's my typical forte. I'm doing the hot yoga jams all over the country, coast to coast, primarily from my home base in Arlington, Virginia, but wherever I go, I look it out, I seek it out. I'm like a hot yoga seeking nuclear missile. I want to find it and explode it and test it and see what happens, because it's always fun to just check a new place out. Anyway, hot yoga is expensive, I think, because it costs so much to heat a room. Think about how much it costs to heat your house. How's your heating bill looking this winter? How's that going for you? Another throwback, my dad would just turn the heat off and say, get a blanket. Fire up the wood burner stove downstairs, the heat rises. Go out in the snow, son. Chop some trees down. That's what I did. I didn't chop a live tree. I chopped wood. I was a wood chopping fool. I was slinging an axe at like the age of 12. Like I was Paul freaking Bunyan out here, man. I was crushing it. And I was keeping the house warm, trudging through snow drifts. It was a good time. I learned a lot. And how about a how about a wood burner stove infused hot yoga studio? Damn, I could invent that. The problem is it costs a lot of money to run a hot yoga studio. But this space is nice. It's been converted from an old classroom. Now, I was never a student at East Main Street. There were like 3 or 4 different grade schools growing up, which was crazy. I was at the academy. I was at APS, Academy Primary School. And then we would joke about it and call ourselves the apes. Because we're little monkeys, you know? And I was in a trailer back then because it was just getting built and expanded. Then I went to the intermediate school, then I went to the middle school. When you go to the middle school, you just meet a whole new slew of friends because all these kids that have been going to different elementary schools now all convene and converge. And that was a fun memory. Like your whole universe of friends expands like tenfold. Good times. because we only have one middle school in the entire county. I love it, man. And then one high school. But where am I going with all this? The point I'm trying to make here is the yoga situation in Buckhannon is strong. Soulshine Studio, and it's right there for your taking on. Maybe I'll drop a link in the show notes. If you're ever in the north central West Virginia area, it's worth a drive. Now, specifically, I will tell you, it's a beautiful situation in the sense that every time I go, it gets better, and more people are showing up. And actually, I'll tell you this: I wanted to register earlier this week. It was booked. I was shocked, man. I'm excited. I'm happy. I'm a little disappointed. But when I looked on, I was gonna book a class on Tuesday, and it's all pretty sophisticated now. You go on Facebook, you click a link, you can register in advance, you pay with Venmo. It's all pretty high tech, and it's cool, dude. It's cool. But I couldn't get into the class on Tuesday because it was booked up. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this is a beautiful thing. Yoga is taking over my hometown. I could never have imagined that growing up. So I'm very proud of this yogi who's crushing it. I want to show you her. Oh my gosh, there's a deer right in front of my yard, dude. Check this out. Oh, come on. Did you see that? You probably didn't see it. We probably missed it. We probably missed it. We probably missed it. I just wanted to give you a sense of what it's like growing up here. There's a deer, there's wildlife just walking through the lawn. It's crazy. It's great. It's amazing. Thankfully, you know, some of my hunter buddies weren't here. They would have probably tried to take it down, but it's all good. What else? Yoga situation's on point. The class is fun. They hold poses, man. You know, it's not hot, so that's okay. I like to mix it up every once in a while. It doesn't always have to be hot. I prefer the heat because it just loosens me up and really enables me to get deep into the stretches and such. But when you do a regular yoga class like that, it reminds you how weak you are and how, you know, unable I am to do most of these poses. But what was cool is all the mats are already set up. We walk in the room, it's on the second floor of the East Main Street, former elementary school, now Stalker Youth Center. And it's $10, which is the best value yoga you'll ever get in America, hands down. And it's on time, and it's nice and peaceful. There's a little bit of little yoga music playing. There's some incense. You got a little bit of, you know, atmosphere cooking. And it's very well instructed, and it's not like outlandish, you know. No one's trying to like do backflips and Cirque du Soleil and impress, you know, people. They're just doing their thing. Everyone's doing their thing. There's a little bit of a community. People know each other. It's a small town, so that's a cool vibe. I'm a fan, and I'm really excited to see that it's thriving. It seems to be. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I mean, my sense is it must be doing well. If it's selling out, here's the jam right here, bro. Let me show you. Now, I've gone to 5 classes. If I hit 10, I get a free class. Ashley White, that's her name. She's great. She's really friendly and does a wonderful job. Congratulations, Ashley. You're doing great. I wish you the best, and I wish Buckhannon and West Virginia to have more yoga in its life. It's really good. I was thinking, even, here's the problem with me. I can never stop thinking during yoga. I'm not peaceful and chill and just hanging out, you know. My mind kind of just races. It's the nature of the beast. Sometimes it does. Now, at the very end, I was almost falling asleep. That's the other thing. I kind of like go into like two extremes. During class, in the poses, I'm screaming at myself, you know, like I'm in pain and stuff. And then I'm trying to distract myself and solve problems and think about work and other things. And then when I'm in shavasana, I can just quickly fall into this blissful, like it's a quasi-nocturnal, I don't know how to describe it, dude. It's crazy. I'm like, my body is there, but my essence is traversing the universe, and I'm going all over the place. There's visions, there's all sorts of cool things happening. And sometimes it just involves what we would call sleep. A sleep-like state. dreamlike, sleepy state. Anyway, that's what happened today. We were holding poses for extended periods of time. That is difficult, but it's very smooth. It's very chill, and nothing too outlandish. A pretty normal flow. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Peaceful Warrior, which I usually we call it Reverse Warrior where I'm from, but you know, it's a colloquial thing. Is it soda or is it popped? Is it Peaceful Warrior or is it Reverse Warrior? You know, then we did some trees. I can't do the trees, bro, if I don't have the mirror. So when in my normal class, I crush the tree. I'm a very proud and competent tree pose person. I can put my foot way up, you know what I'm saying? But whenever I'm in the back of the room here and there's no mirrors and it's like, whoa, it's kind of dark, I can only do it on my shin. I felt like a loser. I was really disappointed in myself. Now, I'm not supposed to be that way. I'm just being honest. Just being honest. Is anyone else out there like that? You have high standards. You want to hit the pose every time. And when you don't, you get discouraged. But then you remind yourself it's okay. Just roll with the punch. It's not a big deal. It's a new environment. This is not your scene, dude. You're okay. The fact that you're even here is a good thing, right? The hardest part of yoga is showing up, blah, blah, blah. I don't believe any of that, but you know what I'm saying. So it was a good time. I'm just giving a little bit of extended commentary because I had such a fun time and I want this place to thrive. And I'm going to get a little bit of short clips out of this and hopefully I'll tag them and maybe some West Virginians will catch me in their feed for the first time. If you're from North Central West Virginia and the algorithms of YouTube Shorts have populated your screen, I've got your attention for 30 seconds to a minute and you click through and you watch this video, welcome to the Raff's Brain Podcast, Hot Yoga Problems. I was on location in Buckhannon, West Virginia, my hometown. And if you have any interest in ever trying yoga, make it down. Look them up, Soulshine Yoga, Ashley White. And you should book it online and give it a shot. But do so in advance because they're selling out. They're selling out, bro. They're selling out. That's so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. All right. Thanks to everybody. You're best. Have a great, wonderful day. More coming at you. I got to go check out the Penguins tonight. Going to meet my buddy Code H. I'm going to try to get him on the record. He's been on my show many times, but it's been a while. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot year since Code H has been on the show. Let's see if we can get in with him, talk some Penguins, talk some old times, and we'll go from there, all right? Until next time, namaste, mofos.